I do not have the energy for this for this today. I don't. I'm just so tired. Continuing where we left off, where we left off. Putting the fabric on these panels. I've done two already. Yeah. Also, I don't know if I said this in the last video, but obviously you got the. In fact, no, I did. The picture hook things that go on the side, the hangers, whatever you want to call them. They're on the side, and obviously now you can hang it up on a wall. And this one stands. This one stands. They don't stand as well as I'd hoped, so I need to find a way to get them to stand better. Like some legs on the bottom of them so they can stand upright. So this fabric that I have, this is the fabric that I'm using. It's called Cara. No. Yeah, it's called Cara by a company called Camira. 2.5 meters should be enough fabric to cover 3 panels. No, it is enough fabric to cover 3 panels because I've done 2 here already and then this one right here, which I'm about to do right now. Okay, so I'm almost certain that I didn't actually talk about this in the last video. This is the acoustical insulation that I'm using for this project. This is, I think it's called Pavatextile P or recycled denim. It's like got some cotton in it, some old jeans, stuff like that. I use this as opposed to Rockwool, which is technically slightly better at absorbing frequencies than this. But the reason I use this is because it's much easier to handle, like it's very squishy and easy to manipulate, as opposed to Rockwool. But also Rockwool has like fiberglass and stuff inside it. It's not very safe to work with. Obviously you can use gloves and like a face mask and stuff to prevent from like breathing it in and getting it on your hands, but it's still not something I would want to work with as compared to this. This is fine. You can hug this, you can breathe it in, play with it. It's nothing. It's literally, it's just cotton and jeans. So this material will be this material will be good at absorbing like the mid to high frequencies, not so much the low frequencies because of the density of the material, but also because of how porous it is. As I said in the previous video, this is 20 kilograms per meter cubed. So the density, there's not much to it. If you want to absorb lower frequencies, you tend to want a higher density. So this will be good at absorbing the mid to high frequencies, but not so much the lower frequencies. Probably this will be good to from around 250 hertz to 300 hertz and up. That will be like where it's peaked at. Although any lower than that, you're probably wanting to look at bass traps. Now, there's a sort of twist to this project that is going to end up being in another video because I may or may not have forgotten to order the materials for it. Although these acoustic panels are built to absorb frequencies, there's still going to be frequencies that bounce off between walls because it's a flat surface. Standing waves can still be an issue. So the twist that I was talking about is going to be, I'm going to have a way that you can add diffusers to this panel so that you can scatter the sound waves, so it's not just... Basically, standing waves happen when two of the same frequency bounce off parallel surfaces. That was a big word for me. Very big word for me. So a diffuser diffuses the sound. It scatters it, makes it bounce around the room, disperses energy in many different places, apart from just one place. A parallel surface. Yeah, that basically just prevents standing waves. Okay, so panel. Okay, so material. Basically, how this is going to go on is you need to kind of bring it up like this, and because I've cut along the fabric, it's fraying. Okay, so because I've cut along, in fact, actually, the material that I bought came in this long tube, which is enough to cover 2 panels at once. So you could do 2 panels at once with this. However, I just kind of laid it out and then cut around the panels so that I could do like 1 panel at a time. Now, because I've cut along it, and you would probably have to as well, it's gonna fray at the edges. So when you go to actually staple these in, I would tuck it over, so that there's no fraying happening. This is what you're trying to do. So obviously at the edges it's fraying. You want to just kind of fold it over, make sure that it's pulled tight, and then staple it in, and do that along the entire edge, so that it's got a nice finish to it. But also you just kind of want to fold it over so again it doesn't start to fray like it is over here. This entire side now. Basically, you just, as I was saying before, you just tuck it under and staple it in. You could probably use something other than staples to hold it in place. However, you can just pull these out with this. I've been using this. Just pull them out and redo them if it doesn't look right. And now you just do the same with this side. Also, make sure when you're doing the opposite side to the one you've just done, that you're pulling the fabric up tight like that and then round, because you want this bit to be tight and compressed so it's holding the fabric in place and it's not got a bit of wiggle room to it. And if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. Oh no. Now, I've done each side here, and now we need to do the top bit. Top bit is the only complex bit of this, you could say, because we need to, how do you even do this again? It's like this. I need to kind of tuck it up and then in over. But you need to make sure this comes round tight. And then that comes over like that. So your edge should sort of look like this. Basically, you fold this in, make sure it's nice and tight, and then you bring this bit up and fold over, and then you'd obviously staple that in. Because I cut this quite short, I am sort of going to cheat a bit, because these ones are just fine. The top bit tucks underneath and then it's stapled in. Because I cut these short, this won't tuck in. So this is just an excess bit of fabric. So technically there's no waste in there. I would staple this on and tuck this under and then staple that over so that it's not showing. And then you just tuck this in and over and then staple along the edge here. On to the most annoying part of this whole project is this wire right here. I hate this stuff. I hate it. First of all, it frays at the end so it can stab you. I've been stabbed by it, it hurts. and it's just a pain to work with really. I recommend using string. I thought, you know what, this is going to be good, this is going to hold better than a lot of the other stuff, might hold better than, this might hold better than wire, than rope, than string, but we'll see. Okay, so I've tied this off at the end and I've wrapped the frayed bits around the wire. So it should be nice and tight now. And then I'm just adding tape at the end of this to stop the bits at the end from stabbing into the fabric. I also apparently didn't end the video either, so this is the end. Cheers.